Power, fury, and total destruction. This is where dangerous wood chippers and shredders take over. Monster machines rip through timber in chaos with brutal force, turning giants into dust in seconds. It's fast, it's fierce, and it's demolition at its most extreme. Get ready, the madness starts now. Steel jaws snap shut with unstoppable force as a massive excavator tears into a truck like it's paper. The claw grips and rips, crushing metal, snapping axles, and peeling the body apart piece by piece. Tires, panels, and the truck bed are shredded under hydraulic power that shows no mercy. Every crunch echoes through the scrapyard, a brutal reminder of what heavy machinery can unleash when built for destruction. The cab collapses, the trailer twists, and the steel carcass is lifted like it weighs nothing. This isn't just demolition, it's industrial dominance in motion, a giant truck reduced to scrap with terrifying precision. Watch closely. This entire car is about to be eaten alive in seconds. The shredder grabs hold and unleashes pure destruction. Metal folds like paper. Glass explodes into shards, and the body vanishes piece by piece into the grinder. The conveyor spits out mangled scraps, a car reduced to fragments in moments. This isn't just recycling, it's mechanical brutality at its finest, showing how machines built for destruction turn giants into nothing in the blink of an eye.
Blink and you'll miss it. A towering tree turned to timber in seconds. Deep in the forest, the Tigercat LX830D clamps down with its felling head, the saw screaming as it slices clean through the trunk. Chips fly, the ground shakes, and the giant tree crashes under perfect control. But the machine doesn't stop. One after another, trees fall with speed and precision, each laid neatly as if the forest is being rearranged by hand. This isn't just logging, it's brute steel and pinpoint accuracy working together, a masterclass in modern forestry power that turns raw wilderness into organized timber in seconds.
Watch this machine devour steel like it's nothing. Giant shredding drums rip through engines and scrap, twisting steel, snapping bolts, and chewing entire chunks into fragments. With every rotation, the grinder turns solid metal into crushed debris in seconds. The forest doesn't stand a chance against this monster. A giant wood chipper takes center stage, grabbing hold of full-size trees and swallowing them whole with terrifying ease. Towering trunks, thick branches, and heavy foliage vanish into its massive steel jaws, shredded in seconds into a roaring storm of mulch that blasts out of the chute in endless streams. The sheer power is jaw-dropping. What takes nature decades to grow is reduced to chips in moments. Beside it, a heavy loader works non-stop, feeding log after log into the machine. Each time the bucket tilts forward, another trunk slides into the opening, and the chipper roars even louder, chewing through raw timber without hesitation. Its high-torque engine drives the spinning blades with relentless force, every rotation slicing, splintering, and pulverizing wood into fine fragments. The sound alone is enough to stop you in your tracks. The cracking of timber, the splintering of branches, and the thunder of industrial machinery running at full tilt.
This scene dives into the brutal world of auto recycling, where heavy machines dismantle cars piece by piece with unstoppable force. Mountains of scrap metal, seats, and crushed frames pile up as excavators rip into vehicles, tossing twisted steel into the chaos. A once complete vehicle is grabbed, crushed, and tossed like paper, stripped of its identity in seconds.
Every time I watch a machine tear into a vehicle, I can't help but think about the story behind it. That Mazda Bongo wasn't just a cab over van, it was someone's pride and joy, their hard-earned purchase after years of saving. It carried families to work, kids to school, and memories that once defined freedom on the road. But here, all of that ends in seconds under the crushing grip of industrial power. The shredding machine takes hold without hesitation. Its claw-like arms drag the van forward, locking it into place as the steel jars begin their assault. The sound is deafening, metal groaning, glass shattering, bolts snapping. The Mazda Bongo's thin body panels are no match for the razor-sharp teeth which bite and twist with devastating precision. In moments, the cab crumples inward, the roof folds like tin foil, and the once functional van is ripped apart piece by piece. The sheer hydraulic force at work is mind-blowing. Thousands of pounds of pressure drive the cutting edges into the vehicle, shearing through the chassis as easily as tearing cardboard. The axles snap like dry branches, the engine block splits under the relentless torque, and within seconds, the Mazda Bongo is no longer recognizable, just a heap of twisted, jagged fragments. But the process doesn't end with destruction. What remains is swept directly into the hydraulic press shredder, where true industrial brutality takes center stage. The compacting jaws descend with slow, deliberate precision, pressing down on the mangled wreckage with unstoppable weight.
Tires that once carried trucks and machinery are ripped apart like paper, torn into scraps within seconds. Mountains of heavy-duty tires tower over the scrapyard, but their end comes fast. A massive excavator grips the rubber giants and drops them into the jaws of an industrial shredder.
Steel, concrete, waste. Nothing escapes the jaws of the XR3000 shredder. With its low-speed, high-torque design, it rips through the even unshreddable material while staying safer, quieter, and more durable than high-speed machines. Pushing out up to 70 tons per hour, the XR3000C chews municipal waste into uniform fractions with ruthless precision. And thanks to the Yuntha Eco-Power drive, it cuts energy use by 60 to 75%, proving true power doesn't need diesel to dominate. When it comes to forest clearing, few machines strike fear into the wild like the Excavator Combat 2600. Built for dominance, this beast devours branches, shrubs, stumps, and pruning waste with unstoppable force. Harnessed to tractors packing 350 to 400 horsepower, the Combat 2600 spreads its jaws across a massive 2.6-meter working width, tearing through vegetation in seconds. At the heart of this monster lies a 740mm rotor armed with 64 fixed hammers, forged from special alloy and tipped with hardened steel. Arranged in a helical pattern, they shred everything in their path into a fine, even mulch, leaving the ground clean and perfectly prepared. But it doesn't stop there. A reinforced hydraulic hood, a freewheel transmission, and a Bondioli SK drive shaft deliver unstoppable performance. Add the Zoidberg hitch adapter and automatic alignment system, and you've got a forestry mulcher engineered for precision, durability, and sheer power. The Excavator Combat 2600 isn't just a mulcher. It's a weapon of total land domination. Where it passes, nature doesn't stand a chance. A massive shredder comes alive as entire cars are dropped into its jaws. Steel bodies twist, windows shatter, and frames collapse instantly under the relentless rotating teeth. Within seconds, what was once a full-sized vehicle is reduced to heaps of metal scraps, sliding away on the conveyor belt. This is raw destruction powered by pure industrial strength, turning giants of the road into nothing more than recyclable fragments. The scene kicks off with a giant hydraulic grab arm swinging into action, its steel claws snapping shut around a mountain of heavy scrap metal. With sheer dominance, it lifts the massive load high into the air and drops it straight into the roaring crusher below. The crusher explodes to life, blades grinding and gears howling as tons of steel are shredded and compressed into dense chunks. Action begins with a roar as the hydraulic shears lock onto the car's frame. In seconds, the once proud vehicle is nothing more than prey in the jaws of a steel predator. With a crushing bite, the shears rip straight through reinforced panels, shredding metal as easily as paper. Glass explodes outward, doors collapse under pressure, and the roof folds like cardboard. Every crunch echoes raw industrial power, each snap a death blow to the machine that once ruled the road. Piece by piece, the car is dismantled with surgical brutality. The doors ripped free, the hood peeled back, the interior gutted without mercy. What was once a complete vehicle is reduced to piles of broken components ready to be compacted and recycled into something new. forest doesn't stand a chance when the Cat 321D excavator takes control. With its colossal grapple, it snatches up massive tree trunks as if they were twigs and feeds them mercilessly into the jaws of a morebark industrial chipper. In an instant, entire logs vanish, shredded into a violent storm of wood chips, blasting through the chute like a cannon. The power is unreal. Branches snap clean, bark is stripped away in seconds, and nothing remains but fine mulch raining down in a relentless spray. The Cat 321D doesn't pause for breath. It swings back, grabs another tree, and delivers it straight into the chipper's hungry mouth, keeping the destruction flowing without a single break. Every move is part of a mechanical symphony, the Cat 321D gripping with unstoppable strength, the morebark devouring with savage force, and the waiting trailer swallowing up the endless stream of chips. Together, they turn towering giants of the forest into mountains of mulch in record time. Steel jaws close in, and the car's fate is sealed. Dropped into the heart of a massive hydraulic crusher, the chamber roars to life as panels slam shut with unstoppable force. The once proud frame groans under the pressure, twisting in half, while glass bursts outward in a violent spray. In seconds, the vehicle that once ruled the road is folded flat, its identity erased under tons of brutal steel. The destruction is relentless. Every crunch echoes like thunder, each snap stripping away another piece of the machine's former life. Panels buckle. Doors collapse and the roof caves in until nothing remains but a crushed slab of mangled metal. Sparks fly, dust swirls, and the crushing arms press harder, compacting the wreck into a perfect block. Then comes the finale. With effortless power, the giant claw swings back into view, clamps onto the wreckage, and lifts it high for everyone to see. What was once a roaring engine of speed and freedom now dangles as nothing more than scrap, a trophy of pure industrial destruction. This is recycling at its most ruthless, from roadworthy to lifeless steel in the blink of an eye. Steel, concrete, wood. Nothing survives when the industrial shredders awaken. These are not ordinary machines. They are engineered monsters designed to demolish everything in their path with unstoppable torque and crushing precision. Watch as cars, tires, and massive metal beams are dragged into the shredding jaws. In seconds, they're torn apart, ripped down into fragments, their strength erased by thousands of pounds of cutting force. What once stood tall, vehicles, construction debris, even entire stumps, is reduced to a storm of dust, sparks, and twisted scrap.
This isn't just destruction, this is demolition redefined. A violent showcase of engineering where machines don't hesitate, don't pause, and don't forgive. Shredders don't just break things apart, they obliterate them, turning chaos into control and strength into submission. And that's how the fastest, most dangerous wood chipper turns towering logs into a storm of flying chips in seconds. Just look at that raw destruction. Precision blades, unstoppable power, and engineering built for dominance. Machines like this aren't just tools, they're beasts designed to conquer the impossible. But here's the thing, what you just witnessed is only a fraction of the insane machine world we bring you here on Tech Trouble. From wood chippers that shred forests, to excavators crushing cars like soda cans, to giant harvesters clearing land in minutes. We dive deep into the kind of action you won't find anywhere else. If these monsters impressed you, then you're gonna love what's coming next. Imagine skidders dragging colossal logs through brutal terrain, bulldozers ripping through obstacles without hesitation, and crushers flattening steel like paper. That's the kind of adrenaline-fueled, high-impact action we serve up in every single video. So here's what you need to do. Subscribe right now and turn on the bell, because every time we upload, you'll be the first to see machines push their limits and rewrite the rules of power. Drop a comment below and tell us which machine blew your mind today and what do you want to see next. Your ideas drive the next viral video, and you might just see your favorite machine featured right here. And don't forget to like and share this video with friends who love raw power as much as you do. Spread the chaos, spread the thrill. At Tech Trouble, we're not just showing machines, we're building a community of people addicted to speed, strength, and unstoppable engineering. If you made it this far, you're already one of us, the elite group who lives for the sound of engines roaring, blades tearing, and steel crushing. So buckle up, because the next upload is going to take this to an even crazier level. Until then, stay powerful, stay fearless, and never miss the action, only here on Tech Trouble.